What did you think when S1 dissed Mysonne not too long ago? He called him a fake activist.
Right on. Right on. Mysonne be leading black people to the fire. He right about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never spoke to, to us about his feelings towards, mice or whatever,
Were you surprised though when that video came out?
Nothing really surprises me anymore, but I get how, like, if I was...
You was laughing, huh? I bet you were laughing.
Hell yeah. I was laughing when Cuban said fuck Awall. Like,
oh, wait, we're not getting into that yet. Okay, come on. Come on.
But I it was like when someone from outside looking in, right? They're looking at it like, wow, damn, these niggas was like in the same group. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what the fuck? I mean, I wasn't expecting this. This nigga just came home. I thought Mike seen them in jail. I thought they were good. Boom, boom, whatever. Me knowing, like the history of everything and sort of like a brotherhood niggas once had or tried to have or whatever. So when I see it, nigga, fuck Mysonne, it's like, yeah. All right. Well, and on top of that, it's like, on top of that, Mysonne is the type of person that if someone said fuck Mysonne, it don't matter who it is. I'm like, what's your reasons? You know what I'm saying? It's like what's your reasons or whatever. I don't wish any fucks upon him. You know what I'm saying? I don't wish any fucks upon Mysonne. I don't agree with 98% of the shit he's promoting and putting out there or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have the energy in me to wish anything bad. I don't have any malice or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
So are you against him because you support Trump? Or like, what is the reason why you against him in particular?
Before I was even into like voting and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't jacking all this Black Power shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit never ever been me. Never. You can look at my Facebook post from a long time ago. I never agreed with Black Power because I grew up, I was a Tupac fan and shit like that, right? So I love being Black, right? My mom, she's Mexican, you know what I'm saying? I was Mexican. And I love my history on that side. I love all of that. There's from things that are attached to blood and the land and shit like that, right? I loved it so much that I wanted to know where it came from. If I'm Black, who told me I'm Black? Like where I love being Black so much. Nobody was more Black than me, nigga. I was so Black. I wanted to know the history on the shit I love, right? And when you dig deep into it, you start to realize, nigga, you ain't Black. They ain't white. Nobody's a fucking race. You know what I'm saying? That shit was only a couple of 100 years ago that shit came about. Race. At first it was white. White meant purity, pureness. So you had like, the white people embraced being white. It was a psychological thing. You know what I'm saying? Because what's the opposite of white? If you got white is pure, what's the opposite of white? Black. And Black is connected to this, connected to that. And then at these times, you had these white powers that be that would tell white people, we shouldn't live amongst, these Blacks or whatever. They're savages, they raped our ancestors. They invaded our land. The same shit that Black people say about white people. Oh, your ancestors, the white people already been hit with that because in 711, Northern Africans and Arabs, they invaded Europe and conquered parts of Europe for almost 800 years. You know what I'm saying? To this day, there's statues of Black emperors in parts of Europe. You know what I'm saying? Like Sicilians. You had Hannibal over there. That's why Sicilians are, they say they got their Black or whatever. Because Hannibal is crossing over, Italy's right there next to West Africa. Northwest Africa, you know what I'm saying? You had the Ottoman Empire, the Barbary slave trade, the barbarians, you know what I'm saying?
So you're saying that through learning and educating yourself, you realized that it was just all bullshit and like you didn't care anymore about being all about Black power?
There's no such thing as about Black power. I'm more about God power. I'm more about our power. You know, the power of oneness. I know who we are or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna do for someone because he or she's Black. I'm gonna do for someone because they're right there and I can. You know, they need help and I'm right there and I can or whatever the case may be. Or, you know, I'm not living my life based on that. On top of that, once you really learn it, you learn why they tell you this, and then you just start seeing what it does. You know what I'm saying? You see how we're all messed up. And when you psychologically look at it, it's like it's through all of this. Check this out, right? They gave us Black pride. You know what I'm saying? If you study psychology, you know what I'm saying? Pride is bad. In the Bible, pride is bad. Too much pride is very bad. You know what I'm saying? It makes you lack accountability because you have so much pride that you can't be wrong. So that's why if a Black person does something wrong on the news or whatever the case may be, niggas will make up a whole bunch of excuses. Oh, it's because he grew up like this. Oh, it's because of that. Why they shot him? He had a gun. Did they have to shoot him 7 times? Shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's what it does. You got so much pride.
What I'm saying is, so what is the issue with what you feel Mysonne has represented over the years, though?
Oh, Mysonne is just he plays with the anger of Black people. You know what I'm saying? He plays with the anger. You know, like you already like, you know, if you take just remember like shit that I said that, you know, we're attached to, you know, the history and shit like that, you know, we're reminded of that. So you want to link on to, oh, the police is this, you know, the white man this, white man that. Oh, look at what they did to this man here. Look, we can't go for that. I need y'all to push down the third, boom, boom. And it's just divisive. And then on top of that, it's the reasons behind it. So many times I've seen this motherfucker post and protest for people who are actually guilty and shit like that. Or it could be a situation where someone really put a cop in a situation where it's like he has to shoot, or whatever the case may be. Oh, you could have shot him in his arm. Cops
do you think though that other races tend to get more lenient responses from police over Black people? Do you feel like that's why people get upset about this so much? I get what you're saying about Mysonne. He kind of like dives into like the rage clicks. Like, you know, if you play on someone's emotions, then they're going to be commenting a lot. It's going to push the algorithm. It's going to get everything involved and stuff.
So do I think that do like Black people were like, they get handled different by law enforcement?
Yeah.
People probably not going to like, and they're not going to like this. No, Black people don't get handled differently more than other people. The thing is this, right? You can have a white person or whatever, cops get called on them. He could be dressed, probably look, suit and tie, or just a hey dude shoes, regular white guy, cops or whatever. Or it could be a white guy who's tattoos, biker looking, or whatever. It's always the energy. I'm not saying that this look comes with energy and shit like that. A lot of the time, sometimes cops will give that look, they'll profile the look and just respond to that look. You know what I'm saying?
Stereotypes.
When they should treat everyone a certain way or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen certain cops just have a stereotype on the look. You dig? Like, you could be a Black person, but if you look like Poindexter and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? they may be more easy with you. But like if you talking all sometimes these motherfuckers is exhausted, especially in New York City and shit like that, because we always telling the cops, yo, suck my dick. Fuck y'all niggas, my nigga, yeah, your mom's a bitch. These are humans. These aren't robots, you told them to. Yeah, and they don't flip out all the time or whatever. You gotta have tough skin and shit like that. But then it comes to a point where it's like, all right, it's my turn. You know what I'm saying? And like the thing is this, me, if I'm telling the cop, fuck you ass, suck my dick ass, and then they decide to get rough for me or whatever, I'm not gonna go protest. Even if they as cops they shouldn't have did that, I would feel like a bitch. Like nigga, I was just telling them suck my dick, all this that. And the thing is, that's why that's not me, because the thing is this, why you because I've seen people disrespect police, say this, that, and third, get in their face, then they deny, they start getting arrested, now they're resisting, now you're resisting so much to where the police are hurting you, and now you crying, officer, stop, that's embarrassing, bro. You embarrassed yourself. You did all that, just to go out like a bitch? Like me, like if I'm gonna go rah-rah with the boys, we going all out at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, I'm not saying that's what I'm looking to do, but that's just, if with anyone, it's like, the whole point is, if you're not going to go all the way with somebody, shut the fuck up. Because a lot of these dudes, you're not going all the way with them. You do all this, you start...
So to take it back to Mysonne, then, you're saying, though, that he takes advantage of black people's, like, anger, struggles, basically?
Race bait, anything he could attach with race, boom, boom. And you know why he do it? He don't necessarily do it because, you know, he wanna help black people. Because it's like, all right, what's the solution then? Oh, they doing this. Oh, we gonna march. Niggas been marching since Selma. This nigga didn't he walk to Selma from New York? Some shit like that. Like, that he ain't doing anything. You know, you protest. If I was a cop, you protest. You know what? Cool. I needed more hours. You know, I'll go stand out there and watch you guys with your big.
So you don't think that anything that Mysonne does regarding like his activism is based from a real place, that he really believes this stuff?
Nope. The only thing I probably like, I did like, you know, was some shit when the power was off in the jail in Brooklyn. And a lot of people want to protest it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the shit behind that. Maybe if I should research that. I'm pretty sure we probably research it. They're gonna be like, yeah, there was a system break or whatever, and it's probably some shit where it probably took a few days to get shit fixed, you know. Or maybe they could have just been on some bullshit. But at the end of the day, that was one of the things that I was like, and I was like, you know, I was like, all right, cool. I'm like, boom, boom. And I was like, you know, I don't like a lot of shit he's saying, but we need somebody to deal with this, deal with that, boom, boom. But then it was just too much focusing on people who's already in jail and locked up. It's like, all right, you know what I'm saying? But I'm more focused on making sure these other motherfuckers don't end up in jail and locked up. You just try to look out for niggas that already made their choices. And you don't got to do all that. Because 80%, 85% of the dudes I know that go upstate or go in the feds and get locked up, they come home. A lot of these dudes be having like good jobs and shit. They be working, doing better than regular niggas. Got a car, all this shit. You know what I'm saying? I think they got programs for people when they get out of jail. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
But when did you start noticing like the issues with Mysonne? Like you felt like a type of way about the stuff that he was representing?
It was one of those protests. It was like boom, like
the BLM stuff.
Yeah, and it was a protest attached to like me seeing shit he's posting on the social media, the shit he's sparking. I'm seeing like you got all these, you know, it'll be like thousands of like comments where people just like lost, agreeing to this like racist dumb shit. Like I seen a video like, oh, why they arrest that kid? He's 13 years old. Boom, boom, boom. He got caught stealing. He got caught stealing. They was like, and there was somebody that was like, yo, just don't let him go. How much was this stuff he stole? I paid for it. You know, it's nothing to pay for. They got it back at the end of the day. But Mike's like, somebody was gonna pay for it. Yo, check this out, right? If white people did that, oh, these niggas is entitled, you know, boom, boom, this, that, and the third. You gotta let him learn his lesson. You can't just, he broke the law. You boom, this, that, and the third, whatever. And also, the police was just like detaining him. And Mike was like, but why did they, and they like, oh, they had him in handcuffs. Mind you, the little nigga was not in handcuffs. His arms was behind his back. And the officer just had him by his arms, walking to the car. And I had to like tell one of my mans, I'm like, yo, bro, look at the video again. There's no cuffs. He's like, oh shit. My man was arguing, like, bro, I seen the cuffs. I'm like, nah, you're mine. This nigga told you there's cuffs there, and you see his hands like that, and you just see cuffs. You just see a nigga walking in cuffs, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? It was, let me say, a whole lot of that shit. Yo, bro, my old Instagram, I used to like, a lot of the bullshit he would post, I would repost it, but like I would counter it. I would debunk it. I would show like, boom, this down the third. From Breonna Taylor to everything. Everything, Mo. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day.
He ended up blocking you, huh?
My old page, did he block my old page? Yeah, my new page, I just can't comment on his shit. And she started to be like, yo, you supposed to be my friend. You should DM me. So on my new page, when I saw
he said that, really?
Yeah. He said, these niggas here, I respect them to troll, but not someone who's supposed to be my friend. He pulled a Cuban. I'm like, your friend? You don't call me.
Okay, come on. We're not going there yet. All right. So when was the last time that you spoke to Mice about that, though? Like, eventually he just like got fed up with you always going against his beliefs?
I had to check my DM on my last shit. You know, I put something out there for him. You know what I'm saying? I said something to him. It was about, matter of fact, I got my phone right here. You know what I'm saying? That shit was in the lines. Because he was on Clubhouse and he was talking about Trump and he was saying some shit like, the reason why I don't like Trump and I call him a racist is because people I know, that know him or whatever, you know what I'm saying, said, or whatever. And he basically said the reason why these people rock with him why he's a racist is because some shit basically that related to like, him having bread, him sending it out. But it's the same nigga that would make posts about street dudes hanging with snitches because they got money. But you over here jacking your celebrity friends that said that they only hung out with the racists because, they were borrowing his money. Oh, whatever it is. Sound like relation money. A racist, you ain't gonna use a racist money.
Okay, because I know how a lot of people react to certain things, right? I already can see it that in the comments, someone is going to compare you to Samuel L. Jackson from Django Unchained, right? So how do you respond to people saying that? Because you being, a black man supporting Trump, and there's a certain stigma to that.
At the end of the day, if they're only saying that off of me supporting Trump, then there's nothing I can say because those people, it doesn't matter what good he does or what he does, they're just stuck on from Trump. Oh, you're cool on this, you're cool on that. You know what I'm saying? Anything that I say as far as like when it comes to like, like black colors, unity, oneness, or whatever. oh, you sound like, oh, you're a Sambo, Uncle Tom, Coon, or whatever the case may be. Go ahead, go look up everything I tell you. The history shit I gave you on black this, black that, boom, boom. The thing is, I don't like to dive into conversations where it's based on our opinions. Because then that shit will go on for days. Niggas will just be on. I'll just say a fact. And I'm going to just let you go back and forth with me, and I'll give you a fact about so many times before I go on this phone. If this stuff, I'm close with someone. I'm like, yo, look it up yourself. Oh, look it up. Boom, there you go. But on social media, you just got to tell people to look it up. And a lot of times, people either don't look it up or they do, and they realize you're right, but they talk so much shit, they just come back, whatever, cool, Sambo. I'm not wasting any more time with you. I'm done. I'm not wasting. I got better things to do. Yeah, all right. Cool. And
When
people don't mean shit to me.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
People like that don't mean they like, that's the bottom of the barrel. Because at the end of the day, if you got a problem with anything said in my feelings based on facts, shit that's right there, you just ain't meant to go. Because we all going to go somewhere after all of this. Some people just ain't going, baby. You just can't bring them along. You did? Go ahead, my brother.